It's a great day. My name is Che Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue focused late night show in the country where we're on a mission. And our mission is to inspire, our mission is to empower, and our mission is to provide you, the entrepreneur, with all of the resources that are necessary to execute that big vision you have for the people you were called to serve. And on this particular episode, we have the one and only Lisa Howard, who's in the building. We're talking about reclaiming your life, transforming divorce pain into purpose. I'm curious what purpose even means. We're going to find that out. What's going on? How are you doing, Lisa?
I'm doing good. How are you, Shay?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. Before we
Awesome,
get
awesome.
into reclaiming your life after divorce, and I know you're going to talk about that, you talked about into purpose, freedom. Purposeful freedom. Purpose means different things to different people. I'm just curious, before we get started, what does purposeful freedom even mean? I mean, I might be the only one that don't know, so if you can give us your view of the world, I would love to know.
Well, purposeful freedom to me means doing whatever it is that God put you here to do. Sometimes it takes a while for us to recognize what that purpose is, but walking in whatever it is God put you here for, and to make sure that you are successful in navigating that that thing that He has for you to offer to the world.
Now, there are folks that are watching, and I know we're going to have a really serious conversation. Thanks for talking about what purposeful is so we understand the foundation of it. And reclaiming your life, transforming divorce pain. Before we get into divorce and pain, what that is, why do folks just struggle today, even transforming or when they go through a divorce? Why is there so much pain and anger and disappointment there? I know it might be an obvious question, but I'm just
hmm
curious. What's your view of the world? Why are people suffering after that? Sounds like they should be set free. Now, you're talking to a guy who's gone through 2 marriages. I'm on my 3rd marriage. Don't judge me, please. Don't judge me,
I
Lisa.
won't.
I'm
I
very,
won't.
very happy now. So, but here's the question in all seriousness. Why do people have so much pain and struggle after a divorce?
Because many people, they kind of, even if they were in a marriage that wasn't happy for them, they're used to whatever it is they're going through in that marriage. And to be shifted into a new type of life, a new way of living, is very uncomfortable. Even if it's even if the outlook will be better for you, you want to go back to that familiarity. So, getting away from that and reestablishing your identity is a scary thing. I know I've been through it my own self. So, just getting past the familiar time that you had before and trying to understand the road ahead, and how does that look for you. So a lot of people are afraid of change, but change is sometimes something that's needed and something that's actually good for us.
In full transparency, there might be folks that might be like myself or how I was. And I know this is not a therapy session, but I'm curious what your view is that are in a situation and they're afraid to leave. They're in a situation and maybe they're totally unhappy. And like you said, it's just what they're used to. And they might be curious. What would you say to that person that needs the courage? I'll say that, and just don't want to change. And again, I know it's a loaded question. So the
hmm
question is, what would you say to the person that knows they're ready to go, wanted to go, thought about leaving, but just hasn't got out the situation, although they know they're just totally unhappy? Again, it's unfair because I know many of you are different places and unhappy for many reasons. I understand that, but Lisa knows something about this. So
uh
she can help you or at least share what you can do and what you should be doing.
So what you should be doing is evaluating what is your purpose in that marriage, and is it has it has your season passed? A lot of times we stay in because of what we had that was happy in the past, but that changes, and sometimes we outgrow a relationship, and you need to think about what you need to do to make yourself happy in life. So what that means is, like, for me personally, I think although I felt like things were missing for me, if my ex-spouse hadn't made the decision for me, I probably, in all honesty, would still be there right now. But I think accepting that something has run its course and thinking about what you have to do as far as your purpose here on this earth, if that marriage is not serving that purpose, because I know for me, I was in a place where, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. And, the husband that I was with, he didn't see that vision for me. So I was in a position to where I was gonna be like, my marriage is important to me. So I'ma just give up my dream. Don't worry about entrepreneurship because my marriage is what's important to me. And I feel like that is why God positioned him to want to leave me because he has something bigger for me. And I wasn't living up to that. So he made him make the decision to leave. And for that, I'm actually grateful. I didn't see it before, but I'm grateful for that now.
And you talk about being grateful for that now. And thanks for being so transparent. I think it's a good opportunity to slow down and kind of share a little about your backstory. Who are you? There's folks that are listening saying, Shay, this is making sense. I mean, she's
Hmm.
hey, she's spot on. She knows something, but who is she? Didn't get a chance to read her bio. Okay, they're busy. We have a number of folks who might be cooking right now, and you're in their ears. They could be driving down the road and listening to a
Uh huh.
podcast right now. Might be playing
Hmm.
in the background while they're working, and they're listening to you. So if you can, let's slow down for a minute and tell them a little about who is this person that's speaking. What's her backstory, and what was that defining moment where you said, you know what, I can help others transform their pain into purposeful freedom.
Purpose. Yes. Well, my story is I was 16 years old. I was a 16-year-old bride. So I got married at the age of 16. So I got past my mother's rules straight into the rules that govern a woman in a marriage. Not that, that's a bad thing, but I when I got divorced, that's the first time I've ever in my life been single. So I got married at 16, stayed married 33 years. A lot of them were wonderful, wonderful years, but toward the end, we both know that it was breaking apart. But since we were so used to being together, we figured we need to just stay together. But after 33 years of marriage, once we called it quits, I found myself in a place where I was pretty much lost. I moved to a new state. I'm from Louisiana originally. I moved to Georgia, so I was facing a life where I had to redefine everything about myself. All I knew was being a wife and a mother. So I was in a place where just I felt rejected. I felt uncertain of where to go from here. I know I had all these big dreams in my head, but I didn't know how to put things all together. But, you know, eventually through the years, I've been divorced now for about 4 years, 4 years now. And it's taken time to get to where I am now. So my purpose and my passion here is to let people who are in that initial phase know that there is life after divorce. It can be a wonderful thing for you and your partner, and holding on to grudges is something that will hold you back there. You need to let go and just walk into the person who you feel you need to be. So that's my backstory. So married 33 years, divorced 4. I had to redefine my whole life and my whole purpose for being here on this earth.
Wow.
Mhm.
Thanks so much. How you like
Yes.
living in Georgia before we move on? I'm just curious, by the way. You're from Louisiana. How you like it in Georgia so far? You're still
Y-
there.
Yes, I love Georgia. My son, I moved when I initially moved here. My son was here. He went to school at Life University. He's a chiropractor. So, I moved here and I stayed with him for about a few months or so. And since he was here, I already had family here. So, yeah, it's wonderful. So now all my kids are here, and I love it. I don't plan on ever moving back to Louisiana. Although I
I
love
know that's
Louisiana,
right.
but I don't want to go back. Just
Nothing
when
wrong with
maybe
that.
maybe when it's time to bury me, but until then I'll be here.
Oh, good, good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
So take a moment for those folks like Shay. This has been cool so far. I'm all in, loving it. Great
Uh-huh.
conversation. If she had to give one or two, three steps, maybe one, two, or three things that someone can do just to reclaim their life, like just like, okay, what's the first thing, the second thing that I need to do? Because it's time for me just to reclaim who I am or who I was, or maybe figure out who I should be. I don't even know. So what's step
Right.
one? What's step two? What's step three? I know I was just lost. I mean, two divorces, and I'm embarrassed to say it was my fault. So unlike you, it was just my fault. I mean, y'all don't want no Shay Brown back then. I was a young whippersnapper, but been together
I
now
hear
for
you.
15 years with my current wife, and I'm
Good,
super excited and
good.
super happy. But yeah, that old Shay Brown, you don't want to know who that guy was. So my point to you is, what's one, two, or three things someone needs to do to reclaim their life?
Okay. So the first thing, so I actually have 5 steps, but I won't be,
No, no,
I won't
five,
go.
five. Give us
I'll
all
go
five.
through them real
Don't hold
quick.
back on me. I was trying to be nice. Ladies and gentlemen, we got two bonuses. She's got three, and then she got two. So you're going to get five.
Yes,
Let's sit back. Get your paper
yes.
and pencil.
So step one, and this is for life and business as well. So these are the things that you need to do to reclaim, because we have failures in business as well. I know I've had that. So the first step is gratitude. And I got my notes down here so I don't forget anything. So gratitude. Gratitude puts you in a better mood. So if you are thinking about what's going well, that helps you, and it helps you, and it helps you to get the gifts that God has for you. Because the more we're grateful, the more He gives us to be grateful for. So step one is gratitude, being grateful for what, when things are at their worst, what's going well, even if it's something as simple as I have vision, I can see. I can walk, I can get up in the morning and smell the coffee. So just gratitude. That's step one. The next one is reflection. So reflection is just going back when you're in a dark spot, going back thinking about something that happened in the past where you thought you wouldn't get over it, and think about how you got through that. So number two is reflection, gratitude, then reflect on the past, um, things that you've done that you've succeeded at. And number three is get serious. So get serious, that means get serious about your goals, get serious about your why, get serious about your craft. So think about what it is that makes you happy, what it is that you're good at, and get serious about pursuing that. And number four is get educated. Whatever your craft is in life, or whatever is important to you, study it. Study it and get to be the best at it. Study people who are living it and living it well. Don't copy them, but mirror what they're doing. So that's step four, get educated. And step five is get help. We cannot accomplish anything on our own. So get help. Help from those who have been there before, that can pull you along. So in business, that means if you need a coach, get a coach. If you don't have money for a coach, YouTube University, just get help. So that's the 5 steps to recovering from anything.
You know, one thing I admire about you when you say recovering from anything is how you package that and put that together. Thanks for sharing.
Hmm.
One of the things that she does, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if she's okay with talking about this, is she's also helping folks create financial freedom. That the importance of understanding money, using money to help make more money and create wealth. I guess the question I have for you, for the persons out there that's listening right now and it's
Hmm.
wondering, wow, what is her view on the world of just creating wealth? Because now that they're reclaiming their life, now they may be back alone. What are some things they should look at to make sure they're protecting themselves or protecting their health or protecting other folks in their generation?
Yes. So my big thing, when I leave this earth, what I want to be known for is she was adamant about having people to get to freedom. And I am a life insurance agent. And a lot of people think of life insurance as just a death benefit, death benefit, which is what life insurance is, but it's so much more. The wealth of the top 1% of people use life insurance to generate wealth. So, in addition to putting away money in a 401k or a 403b, you can use life insurance to help you to design your retirement so that you can retire and not worry about running out of money, outliving your money. Insurance is a great way to, put your dollars to work for you. If you just have money sitting in a bank, you're earning 0.003% or something like that in the bank, or you can put your money in the stock market where you're risking losing money. And each one of those two things have benefits. So don't get me wrong, but just to offer you a new solution, you also have, um, like a IUL. It's a universal life policy. And with that, you have the benefits of the bank and the stock market because your money is not in the market, but it mirrors the market, and it also, you don't lose any money. When the market goes down, your money stays the same. So I like offering those kind of products to people because a lot of people don't even understand how it works or what it is. So I like to offer those kind of products to people. And I also like to, offer the business to people because, life insurance agents it's a lucrative um career. But, a lot of people don't have the success that they're looking for, but it's a great
Mhm.
place if you're in the right company, if you're with the right people. So I like to offer
And
that
how
opportunity
did you
as
get
well.
started? And then we'll get to a segment called Today's My January 1st. But how did you get started in the business? Someone may be curious, by the way. And did you have any reservations before you got into it? And ladies and gentlemen, this is just a conversation. She didn't know we were going to go here. But this is one of the
Hmm.
pieces she does. And she talks about purposeful freedom. And you know how I feel about money. When you have more money, you can have more meaning in the world, right? You can
Right.
have more
Right.
impact in the world with more income. And you can make a dollar and a difference at the same time. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, um,
Right.
my question back over to you is how did you get started? Did you have any hesitancy when you first got started?
Yes, I got started. I worked for, I don't know if I could say the company name, but I worked for a major insurance company as a claims adjuster. So I was in auto claims for a while, then I moved over to homeowners claim. And when I was in my period of darkness after I was going through my separation and divorce, I sought out, online, just different people. I practice what I preach. So I just sought out people that had been through what I was going through so that they could help me to pull me out of my situation. Well, there was this one person who was a life insurance agent who had an agency that talked about his online presence was about relationships, and that's what drew me to him. But then he started talking about life insurance as well, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm already in insurance, and he's talking about how good this industry is to be in. So let me shift from claims to sales and see how that works for me. So that's how I got started as a life insurance agent.
And what do you enjoy most about it?
I like the freedom. I like that you can do it from home. You don't have to punch a clock. You don't have to sit in traffic and drive to a job. I like the freedom. And I like the possibility of all that it can offer to you, or or your clients.
Love it. We have a segment here called Today is My January 1st. And for those folks that are watching, those folks that are tuning in right now, and I know you wait at 11 o'clock at night Eastern Standard Time, you love to say those words. Today is my January 1st. For those folks that are just tuning in, this is your very first time. Welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Show. We're really glad that you're here. Today is my January 1st represents for us a fresh start. It represents a do-over. It means the past, no matter how gloomy it is, or maybe how bright and sunny the past no longer equals the future. And so, my
Yeah.
question for Lisa on the other side, when you hear those words, today is my January 1st, what do you hear? And what was another moment, maybe another period in your life, maybe earlier or later when there was some setback, and how did you bounce back from it?
Well, going back to the time when I was going through my divorce, I was
Mm-hmm.
49 years old. So I don't know if you understand how a woman's mind works. So each decade, when you're 29, you're worried about turning 30. When you're 39, it's 40. So I'm 49. I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm about to be old. So and that's the year that everything fell apart for me. So, I traveled here, just my Toyota Camry, my TV, and my clothes, and that's all I had in tow. And I didn't know where my life was headed. I didn't know where I was going. I know I was moving here for, I had a job lined up. I knew that was coming. But I knew I wanted to have more than just be an employee. I wanted a business. Um, but I went through that. I came through it. Now I'm in my own business, and I feel like everything I've gone through has brought me to where I am now, and I'm so happy and grateful for the good and the bad. So what looked like a setback was really a setup for expansion. So I'm happy about that.
I love it. Thanks for sharing, by the way. So cool, by the way. What do you
Hmm.
do for, well, no, one of my questions I love to ask all the time is, what's one of the best pieces of advice you've ever been given? And the frame it for the audience, she's, received a lot of advice, I'm sure, read a lot of books, had a lot of different mentors.
Hmm.
But if she had to reach out and grab one piece of advice, is I'm going to pass this on to you. What would that piece of advice be and why?
Okay. So the best piece of advice that I have ever gotten was from a team manager um, at the same job that I told you that I was on in insurance. But he was so at Christmas time, this was my first year there. Christmas time, each unit, so each claim unit got to go out to eat lunch for free, and they ended up, they can go home after. Well, my I was in the mail room at this time. So my team manager was like, well, we got to come back because we got to do the mail. And I'm like, that's not fair. Everybody else can go and then go straight home, but we got to come back. So I was like really livid with him. I was really, really upset. I stopped talking to him for a while, and he realized that I was upset. So he called me in the office and he said, and these are the words that he said that really changed my life, and I use to this day in every aspect of my life. So what he said was, Lisa, in life, and well, what he said at this job, he was mainly talking about the job, but I apply it to life. Things are going to happen where people are going to make you mad, and things are going to make you mad, and things will not go your way. Now, I know, Lisa, you're a good person, and the way you're acting right now, that's not the way a good person acts. So, the things that happen that you don't like, don't let those things change who you are. And I applied that for everything that I go through when I had a boss that was a boss from hell. I applied that. I didn't get down and dirty in the dirt with her because I wanted to, and then I thought about that, what he said. When I separated from my husband, I didn't go slashing tires and breaking car. I just remembered, stay who you are and just be graceful. And that's what that I just love that advice, and I apply it every time I get in my head that I'm about to go off. I think about that.
I love it. A great piece of advice, by the way. What do you do for fun? We're not out saving the world.
I like to go to the movies. I like to spend time with my kids, and I like to eat out, and I like to travel.
Okay,
That's
well,
the
you
things I
can't
like
you
to
can't
do.
leave us hanging. People want to know, what do you like to travel? What do you like to eat out? I mean, what type of food do you like? I mean, you can't just leave us hanging on the edge. So, what's one of the places you like to travel, and what's one type of food that you just really like?
Okay, so I haven't been out of the country much,
That's
but
fine.
the last place that I went out of the country was the Bahamas. It was my first time being there. So I love the Bahamas. I love traveling to like Florida, wherever it's warm. And in May, I'm taking my youngest daughter, who's turning 21. I'm taking her to Vegas. So I haven't been there in a while. So I like traveling to Vegas, and that's what I like.
Oh, that sounds cool. See, that's how we just
Uh,
wanted to know. Inquiring minds want to know. So we
oh,
come
no
down the home
problem.
stretch. Two-part question. Number one, what type of clients are you looking to work with these days? If your firm is taking on any. And number two, how can folks best connect with you so they can stay in this conversation over and beyond the time that you and I have now?
Okay, cool. So to connect with me, you can go to my website, lisahowardonline.com. I also have a internet marketing guide that I created, and that's at lisahowardonline.com/sales. And on there, you'll have all my social media, how you can connect with me from Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I think I got Instagram on there. So that's how you connect with me. And the other question was, what was the other question
That was
again?
two questions. Number one, what type of clients are you looking to work with? Number two,
Okay.
how can folks connect with you?
Okay, I am looking to work with clients who are looking um to get life insurance. So if you're looking to make sure that your retirement is secure, contact me. The document that I named will have my Calendly link on it where you can, create an appointment with me. I'm also looking to build my team. So we are having an event, myself and a couple of other partners in the business. It's going to be in May, so connect with me and we will make sure to follow up with you. So if you're a life insurance agent and you're looking to expand, because a lot of life insurance agents may just sell like final expense, but if you're looking to get into advanced markets where you can help people to with their retirement, then you can come to that event and learn more without having to leave your current agency. You can learn and see what we have to offer, and that event is going to be in May 3rd and 4th. So more information is to come for that. And also, I believe entrepreneurship is for anyone who is wanting entrepreneurship. So if you're not sure, you want to start your own business but you're not sure about it, maybe you can join my other team where with life insurance, you have to be licensed. Maybe you can join my other team where you can have entrepreneurship and not have to worry about taking a test. So, all of that is in my document with online sales.
Well, let me say thank you so much for being on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. We appreciate it. Can't wait to have you on again.
Yes, I will. I will follow back up with you guys.
And thank
Thank
you.
you
Thank
so
you to
much.
viewers. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for paying this message forward. Thank you for sharing it. Without you, there is no show. So we appreciate you. And every night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I never get tired of reminding you that you are unstoppable, that you really are awesome, that you are just a special, unique, kind human being that wants to do some good in the world and make sure everyone else is taken care of. And for that reason, we appreciate you and that today is your January 1st. And
Oh
because of
yeah.
just that one reason alone, I believe your best is still yet to come. Your best is yet to come. Your best is still yet to come. With that being said, my name still has Che Brown, hasn't changed. The Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone, and we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. God bless. Wish you success. Thanks a lot, by the way. Appreciate it, Lise. We out,
Thanks,
everybody.
Shay. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you too. Peace.